Hi everyone, welcome back to the new video of Current Affairs YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the important current affairs questions and answers of the 23rd May 2021 for all competitive examinations. Okay, you have two questions at the end of this video. So watch the video till the end and please comment your answer in the comment section given below. We will discuss that and can download the PDF file of this section in our Telegram group and can also join our Telegram group for more study materials. Okay, we'll give the link in the description given below. You can check that and download the PDF. Okay, let's start the section. First question. Which state has declared a complete ban on the controversial herbicide glyphosate? Okay, the answer for the question is option C, Telangana. Okay, Telangana state government has declared a complete ban on the controversial herbicide glyphosate. Okay, let's see about this. The Telangana government declared a complete ban on the controversial herbicide glyphosate, which is used rampantly by the farmers to kill weeds in the HTBT cotton crop. Okay, the reason for the ban is that the excess use of this herbicide by farmers is causing harm to soil and human health. Okay, as per a notice issued by the state government, anybody violating the ban will be punished under the Insecticide Act 1968. Okay, this question out not on that the Telangana government has declared a complete ban on the controversial herbicide glyphosate, and it is used to kill weeds in HTBT cotton crop. Okay, let's see some points about Telangana. Okay, the capital of Telangana is Hyderabad, and the governor of Telangana is Tamilisai Soundararajan, and the chief minister of Telangana is K. Chandrasekhar Rao. Okay, we can see here the location of Telangana here. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see next question. Second question. The Indian Navy has decommissioned its first destroyer after being in service for 41 years. And here the question is, what is the name of the destroyer ship? Okay, the answer for the question is option B, INS Rajput. Okay, let's see about the INS Rajput. The INS Rajput, the first destroyer of the Indian Navy, was decommissioned after serving the country for 41 years. Okay, it was built at the 61 Kamenets shipyard in Nikolov in now in Ukraine under the original Russian name Nadezhny, meaning hope. Okay, the keel of the ship was laid on September 11, 1976, and she was commissioned on September 17, 1977. And the ship was commissioned as INS Rajput on 4th May 1980 at Poti in Georgia by then Ambassador of India to USSR I.K. Gujral. Okay, the Captain Gulab Mohanlal Hiranandani was its first commanding officer. Okay, the ship was equipped with an array of weapons and sensors, including surface-to-surface missiles, surface-to-air missiles, anti-aircraft guns, torpedoes, and anti-submarine rocket launches. Okay, in this question, you have to note that the INS Rajput, the first destroyer of the Indian Navy, was decommissioned after serving the country for 41 years. Okay, let's see next point. The INS Rajput was also the first ship to be fitted to fire supersonic cruise and long-range BrahMos missile. Okay, the ship was also the first Indian naval ship to be affiliated with an Indian Army regiment, the Rajput Regiment. Okay, the last point. The INS Rajput participated in several operations aimed at keeping the country secure. Some of these includes Operation Aman of Sri Lanka to assist IPKF, Operation Pawan for patrolling duties of the coast of Sri Lanka, Operation Cactus to resolve hostage situation of the Maldives, and the Operation Crown Nest of Lakshadweep. Okay, these are some operations by the INS Rajput. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. If you have any doubts related to any question and its answer, please comment down in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay. Before watching this full video, if you like this video, please click on the like button. Okay, this video like aim is only 100, and if you're not a subscriber of this channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe also on current affairs, and also enable the bell icon for getting new notifications in our YouTube channel. Okay, let's see next question. Satpura Tiger Reserve, which has been added to the tentative list of UNESCO's World Heritage Site, is located in which of the following state? Okay, the answer for the question is option C, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, The Satpura Tiger Reserve is located in the state Madhya Pradesh. Okay, let's see about this tiger reserve and also the list of UNESCO's World Heritage Site. Okay, the Satpura Tiger Reserve and Fedagarh in Madhya Pradesh are among the 6 places that have made it to the tentative list of the UNESCO's World Heritage Sites. Okay, ASC, that is Archaeological Survey of India, had sent 9 places for inclusion in the list of possible UNESCO World Heritage Site, and 6 places have been approved for the tentative list. These includes the Fedagarh and Satpura Tiger Reserve. Okay, that's 6 picked sites. Other than the 2 in Madhya Pradesh are riverfront in the historic city of Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh, serial nomination of Maratha military architecture in Maharashtra, Higher Bengal, Magaligi site, Karnataka, and temples of Kanchipuram. Okay, with the addition of these 6 sites, UNESCO has 48 proposals in tentative list of India. Okay, in this question you have to note that 6 places from India have been made into the tentative list of the UNESCO's World Heritage Site. Okay, and also note on that the Satpura Tiger Reserve and Fedagarh is located in the state Madhya Pradesh. Okay, that's answer for the question. Okay, let's see next question. The scientists from which of the following institute have grown human brain tissues called organoids with the help of 3D printed bioreactor that they developed? Okay, the answer for the question is option D, both A and B. Okay, that is 192. Okay, the answer is IIT Madras and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Okay, let's see about the organoids. The Indian Institute of Technology Madras and Massachusetts Institute of Technology scientists have grown human brain tissues called organoids with the help of 3D printed bioreactor that they developed. Okay, the objective was to observe the brain tissues while they grow and develop a technology that can potentially accelerate medical and therapeutic discoveries for diseases such as cancer and neurological disorders like Alzheimer and Parkinson's. Okay, a 3D printed micro incubator and imaging chamber was made into a single palm-sized platform, which was successfully demonstrated for long-term human brain cells culture and real-time imaging. And this technology has been patented in India. Okay, in this question you have to note on that the IIT Madras and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology scientists have grown human brain tissues called organoids. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see next question. When is the World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development observed? Okay, the answer for the question is option B, 21st May. Okay, let's see about this day. Every year on May 21st, the World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development is observed globally. Okay, this day helps in spreading awareness among people regarding the richness of the world's cultures and highlights the significance of cultural diversity. After terrorist attack in 2001 and the destruction of Buddha statue of Bamiyan in Afghanistan, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, that is UNESCO, adopted this day as Universal Declaration on Cultural Diversity. Okay, in this question you have to note about the World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development. Okay, it is observed annually on May 21st. Okay, that's answer for the question. Okay, let's see next question. The CM of which state launched the COVID-19 program as part of the Corona Mukt Pin Abhiyan to tackle the spread of COVID pandemic in the rural areas of the state? Okay, the answer for the question is option A, Punjab. Okay, let's see about this. Punjab Chief Minister Amarinder Singh launched the COVID-19 drive to tackle the spread of the coronavirus in rural areas of the state. Okay, Mr. Singh launched the Corona Mukt Pin Abhiyan, that is Corona Free Village Drive, asserting that there was an urgent need to avoid the kind of situation prevailing in Uttar Pradesh villages. Okay, that's news about the COVID-19 program. Okay, let's see some points about Punjab. Okay, the governor of Punjab is VP Singh Batnor and the chief minister is Captain Amarinder Singh, and the capital, okay, the state capital is Chandigarh. It is a union territory and also the capital of neighboring state of Haryana. Okay, the capital of Punjab is Chandigarh, and it is also the capital of Haryana. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see next question. Jyoti Krishan Dutt, who has passed away recently, was a former DG of which organization? Okay, the answer for the question is option C, National Security Guard, that is NSG. Okay, let's see about Jyoti Krishan Dutt. The former National Security Guard Director General Jackie Dutt, that is Jyoti Krishan Dutt, who headed the force during the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks counter operation, died due to COVID related complication. He was 72. Okay, Jyoti Krishan Dutt or JK was in 1971 batch Indian Police Service officer of the West Bengal cadre, and he served as the DG of the NSG from August 2006 to February 2009, after which he retired from service. Okay, in this question, you have to note on that the former National Security Guard Director General Jyoti Krishan Dutt has passed away recently. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see that. Okay, let's see about National Security Guard. Okay, that is NSG. Okay, the National Security Guard is an allied counter-terrorism unit under the Indian Ministry of Home Affairs. It was founded on 22nd September 1986 under the National Security Guard Act 1986. Following the Operation Blue Star, Golden Temple attack and the assassination of Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi for combating terrorist activities and protect state against internal disturbances. Okay, that's about the National Security Guard. Okay, let's see the next question. Which of the following lists the state of working in the 2021 report? Okay, the answer for the question is option D, Asim Premji University. Okay, let's see about this report. A report titled State of Working India 2021, 1 year of COVID-19, brought out annually by the Asim Premji University's Center for Sustainable Employment, Bengaluru, has been released. Okay, the report covers the period March 2022 December 2020, delves on the impact of 1 year of COVID-19 on employment, incomes, inequality, and poverty. Okay, that's about the report. Okay, let's see about the Asim Premji University. Okay, it was established in Karnataka by Asim Premji University Act 2010 as a not-for-profit university and is recognized by the University Grants Commission under Section 2F. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see the answer for the questions of last current affairs question answer video of 22nd May 2021. Okay, let's see the answer for the first question. Which country has topped the 57 AY Renewable Energy Country Attractiveness Index? Okay, the answer for the question is option D, United States. Okay, let's see about this index. India has moved up a spot to third position on the 57 EY Renewable Energy Country Attractiveness Index, owing to an exceptional performance on the solar photovoltaic front. Okay, US and China are in the first and second spot respectively. Okay, in this question you have to note on that US has topped the 57 EY Renewable Energy Country Attractiveness Index and is followed by China and India. Okay, that's the answer for the first question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see the answer for the second question. Who is the first Indian origin fighter to win the mixed martial artist world championship? Okay, the answer for the question is option C, Arjun Fuller. Okay, let's see about this. Arjun Fuller became the first Indian origin fighter to win a world title in a top level MMA promotion when he beat Brandon Vera to become the heavyweight world champion at Singapore based One Championship. Okay, by defeating Vera, Fuller entered the Filipino Americans 5-year championship winning run. Okay, a former wrestler, Fuller had won the Commonwealth Games gold medal in New Delhi back in 2010, and in 2012 in London, he became the first Indian origin freestyle wrestler to present Canada at the Olympics. Okay, in this question, you have to note on that Arjun Fuller has become the first Indian origin fighter to win a world title in a top level MMA promotion. Okay, that's answer for the second question. I think it's understood. If you have any doubts related to any question and its answer, please comment down in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay, let's see today's questions for you. Okay, daily we are giving 2 questions that you can answer, and please comment your answer in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay, let's see the first question for you. What is the theme of International Day for Biological Diversity 2021? Okay, the answer for the Sorry, here the options for you. Option A, we are part of the solution. Option B, our solutions are in nature. Option C, our biodiversity, our food, our health. And the option D, celebrating 25 years of action for biodiversity. Okay, we'll repeat the first question for one more time. What is the theme of the International Day for Biological Diversity 2021? Okay, please comment your answer in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. And if you are not a subscriber of this channel, please don't forget to subscribe our channel Current Affairs. Okay, let's see second question for you. Where is headquarters of Center Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, that is CBIC, located? Okay, the options for you, option is Chennai, option B Mumbai, option C New Delhi, and the option D Bengaluru. Okay, I'll repeat second question for one more time. Where is headquarters of Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs located? Okay, please comment your answer in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay, in this video, we have discussed about the important current affairs questions and answers of the 23rd May 2021 for all competitive examinations. Okay, I think it's understood about the section. If you have any doubts related to any question and its answer, please comment down in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. And you can download the PDF file of this section in our Telegram group and can also join our Telegram group for more study materials. Okay, we'll give the link in the description given below. You can check that and download the PDF. And if you're not a subscriber of this channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel Current Affairs, and also enable the bell icon for getting new notifications in our YouTube channel. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Keep supporting us. See you tomorrow with a new video on current affairs and other state topics. Thank you. Bye bye.